going to say this video is kind of 20 things that 2020 taught me, but I don't feel like I'm going to have 20 things. So, in other words, here are some things that 2020 have taught me. I feel like for everyone this year has been a very unpredictable, unpredictable, I think it's the best way to describe the past year. You know, we didn't know we were going to have a global pandemic, we didn't know anything that was going to happen in our lives. I didn't know what I was doing this time last year, and to be honest, I still don't know. But all we can do is look back, and here are some things that 2020 have taught me. So, the first thing is meeting new people isn't always scary. And I know you're probably sitting there like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I am one to not really socialise as such. I don't really like meeting new people. It absolutely terrifies me because I don't have a very good track record, quite frankly. But because of the pandemic and because of lockdown and being bored in my room, I post on TikTok daily, and apparently from posting on TikTok daily then landed me on going and auditioning for a TikTok Love Island, and I had to meet new people, I had to talk to new people. The next thing that 2020 has taught me is that I can actually make friends, and I know it's going to sound really weird but I've always struggled with making friends, keeping friends, the whole friends thing. Like, I've never really had a stable friendship. Well, I have, but I haven't. I've never really had like a stable friendship group or a stable friend as such. Obviously, I've had Emily for 10 years, but like when I made new friends, they've never been in my life longer than like a few months, and then they like dip again and see you later and God knows what else. But because of lockdown, because I was able to make new friends, I guess because we all had a bit more time as well, like I was able to make some new friends, and you know, I'm buzzing to meet them in real life. Like, I'm absolutely buzzing. Not as in like, you know what I mean. The next thing is, especially with the whole like COVID situation and that, but it's just like be grateful for what you have in your life. And I mean in the sense of like my social media and stuff, because I know for like the reason why I didn't do YouTube for so many months and keep it up was basically because I was like, no one's really watching my videos, so what's the point? Where I should have just sat there and been like, Charlotte, you have 50, like, now I have like 51 subscribers. You should be grateful for your subscribers that do actually watch your videos. And then like on TikTok, like because I saw a lot of people who, it's all like, just be grateful for what you have in life, because I guarantee what you have is what someone doesn't have, and everyone just needs to be a bit more grateful in the world, I think, and it'll make life a bit easier. The next one is a very big one for me, and if you're Jake and like the others and you know this about me already, that I rarely open up to people. If I do, then you know that there's something wrong. But I rarely open up to people because I'm so used to having, like, at secondary school and that, I was in a different friendship group every single day of the week. Depending on the day, I was in a different, like, friendship circle and things like that. So because I never really had the stability as such, I never really opened up to people, and when things were going on in my life, personally, I never really spoke to anyone about it because I didn't really have a stable friendship to go to. But because of everything that's kind of happened during lockdown and everything else, I've started to kind of open up to people again, and it's kind of like taught me the fact of I can actually open up to people. And because I'm so used to people leaving as well, it's like, well, I can open up and people aren't going to leave me all the time, and I need to stop putting everyone in this, like, because of what I'm used to, I need to stop putting everyone in a stereotypical box of, oh, you're my friend but you're going to leave me in like the next few months, so what's the point? That was where I was going with that one. This one's a very big one, and a very complicated one to explain, but it's, you don't need to rely on people for your happiness. And what I mean by this is the fact of, I was in a relationship for 3 months during 2020, and I didn't rely on him for me to be happy, but one of the reasons I was more happy in life was because of him. And what happened near the end of our relationship, I'm not going to say too much because at the end of the day, like, you know, we've all moved on and I'm getting on with my life, he's getting on with his life. But the more it came to the end of the relationship, I realised how much I relied on him to make me feel happy and for me to feel validated by someone, when realistically the only person that I need to make myself happy is myself. And you know, and I went through a stage where I felt like I couldn't be sad because I was like, oh well, I've got a boyfriend, I have a great friendship group now, and I've got a great family, like what do I have to be sad about? But it is one of those things where you don't need to rely on other people for you to be happy, and as long as you have the right people with you or by your side, then you're going to be fine. And it's something I'm still learning to this day. I'm sure all my friends can back me up, and I mean, they're not going to comment, but in the comment section, I don't even know. But it's something that I realised after the relationship. The next thing is a very big one for me to admit, is the fact of it's okay not to be okay. And I know I say this all over my social media and stuff, but I don't like not admitting that I'm sad or anything, but I'm very like, oh, I feel sad, but I'm just going to get on with my life and get on with stuff and, you know, sit here and film a bunch of YouTube videos today and film TikToks and blah, blah, blah. However, what majority of my new friends have turned and said to me is I need to stop being like that because it gets me nowhere, and it's been quite proven to get me nowhere. So, it's all about, in Jake's words, baby steps, which I'm still getting used to the terminology of because quite clearly I don't know what that is. But it's just, don't rush things, and if you feel sad, let yourself feel sad and don't ignore the issue, because I can promise you now, it ain't going to get you anywhere. It's going to make you 10 times worse. I'm trying to think. Another thing that I thought of, which I didn't put in my TikTok that I made, but in the famous words of Harry Styles, is to treat people with kindness. As I said, I've been in multiple group chats this year, and the amount of drama and toxic people, I do not understand why my small 2.5 brain cells decided to put me through that, because it was honestly the most toxic environment ever. And I think you don't know what other people are going through, and you don't know how other people may be affected by what you say. So if we're going to take anything into 2021, please just be the fact we all treat people a little bit nicer, and we don't leave hate comments on people's appearance or weight or anything, and we all just treat everyone equally and fairly, and have a less drama-free 2021. My English words ain't really English words. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to put, I don't know what made me want to do it, but I did on a TikTok and I just thought I'd do it as a YouTube video. My next video is a very exciting video, and I shall see you next week.